Democrat Zohran Mamdani is now the party's official candidate for New York City mayor, and one of his big plans is to create a network of city-owned grocery stores, one in each borough, in fact. In both New York and the nation, the price of groceries has soared since the pandemic, and in some New York City neighborhoods, as many as 1 in 3 people report being food insecure. My next guest is John Catsimatidis, and he is CEO of New York-based supermarket chains Gristedes and D'Agostino, and the CEO of Red Apple Group. He's also a former Republican candidate for mayor, we should mention that, who is threatening to close his stores if Mamdani is elected. And I thank you for being here, and happy 4th of July to you.
Well, thank you for having me. And, it's interesting what's going on in New York right now. Our country overall has been systematically taken in many respects. Chicago is a vast problem, and San Francisco is a vast problem. And the next step is to take over New York, and the people that have common sense are not going to allow it. I was in Havana in the 1990s.
Okay, yes. But before we get to politics, allow us to get to food first. Now, New Yorkers have often complained that groceries are just far too high priced. You know that as well as anyone knows that. Some of them can't get even fresh fruit and vegetables at a reasonable price. You're saying City Hall would put you out of business, though. Why?
No, I'm not saying City Hall be put out of business, but what he wants to do doesn't make any sense. I've seen Fidel Castro say the same thing. I've been in Havana, and it doesn't make sense to open up stores. And what are you going to do? Just give it away? I mean, New York City is the head of capitalism in the world. So we're either in business to be in business, and I came to the United States as an immigrant from Greece. And I worked 70 hours a week. I believe in immigration. I worked with Lee Iacocca on the Ellis Island Foundation. We believe in immigration, but we do not believe in invasion. In other words, we want people to come to the United States that swear allegiance to the United States of America, love the way of life.
Right, but we're not, again, we're not talking about immigration. I want to talk about the price of food. And if we can just show again something that we had up earlier.
Food is very high.
That it's very high, and New Yorkers know it's very high. But it's also high compared to the rest of the country. So food it's gone up quite a bit. We're showing it now. I know you can't see it, but food inflation in New York City region versus the United States in the past 10 years, both have gone up tremendously. But here's the thing. It's gone up 56% in the New York region, while only going up still a lot, 46% in the rest of the country. There is a gap there. You run very large stores in New York City and beyond. Why is it so expensive? Because that is the problem that the candidate for mayor wants to get to, right?
Well, the problem is, doing business in the city of New York is the highest cost of anywhere, the highest cost of energy of anywhere, the highest cost of labor anywhere, the highest cost. We have completely union labor, the highest cost of energy, and transportation to get into the city of New York. Every truck that comes in from other provinces, from other boroughs, is punished because there's congestion pricing like you have in London. The problem is created, but not, we can bring prices down. So do the same thing that the city wants to do. Don't charge us any rent. Don't charge us any taxes. I mean, it's common sense. And socialism doesn't work. I mean, that's my point of view. And I've done this for 50 years. I've run supermarkets for 50 years. That's one of our businesses. We're in the oil business. We're in the real estate business. And we've done supermarkets for 50 years. And I'm willing to keep doing it. But I'm not going to, there's an old expression in New York. You can't fight City Hall. If City Hall wants to run them, let them run it. I mean, it's dumb, in my opinion. Okay? You either have capitalism or you have socialism.
John, we will leave it there for now, but it is a story we'll continue to follow, and I appreciate your time, as I said, on this holiday, July 4th. Appreciate it.